Hi all, welcome to Demystifying Accounts. So today we are going to see the illustration sum and we are going to see how the application and allotment and first call amount is going to be entered and as well as what are the allocations including the premium. So we'll see with the equity shares and preference shares in detail, and this is from class 12 of 2026 edition, so which is a clear Goel books, so CBSE syllabus. So we are going to see the part A volume 2. One of the illustration is a limited company offered for subscription of 2 lakh equity shares of rupees 10 each at a premium of 4 rupees per share. So what we understood, so 2 lakh equity shares at a premium of 4 rupees per share. So along with 10 rupees, it is added with 4 rupees because it's a premium. And next is 50,000 8% preference share of rupees 10 each at par. So preference shares at par value, which is at the shares of 50,000. So what we understood from this statement? So we understood that is 2 lakh of equity shares and 50,000 of preference shares. So both the shares have been issued. So we are going to perform the statement for both of the shares, both equity as well as preference shares. Okay. So the amount on equity shares and the division has been given here, both amount on equity shares, the application amount and the allotment amount and first call amount. And as well as if you see the preference shares, the application amount, allotment amount and first call first call amount. So the application is 3 per share, allotment is 7 per share, which is including premium because it is 4 rupees of premium. So what is the allotment share price? It is only 3 rupees because already the 4 is premium here. And the first call is 4 rupees per share. So regarding the preference shares, again see the allotment. Application is 3 per share, allotment is 4 per share, first call is 3 per share. So if you add all these three, you will be getting 10 because this is the par value, right? Preference shares par value is only at 10. If you add these three, 7 plus 3, 10 plus 4, 14, you will be getting 14 rupees because equity shares 10 plus 4, a premium of 14 rupees. So you have to confirm the allocations are also given in the question is right or wrong. So during the exams, you have to make sure the par value or the premium value is matching with your allocation and allotment and the first and final call. First condition is that. Okay. So all the shares were fully subscribed and called up and paid. Okay. So it has already subscribed, called up and paid. So now we are going to see the journal, how we are going to enter the journal. So equity share capital, if you see equity share capital application, because the first we are going to see the equity share capital and we are going to enter the application amount. So equity share application to equity share capital, which is if you see the equity share application to equity share capital is the relevant entry. So debit the equity share application to equity share capital. Why? Because we are receiving application and hence the capital is already credited with the amount of 6 lakhs. So if you see 3 per share of 2 lakh equity share. So we are entering only equity share, right? So equity share is 2 lakh. So 2 lakh into 3, how much it is? 6 lakhs. So that's why you can see the 6 lakhs share application have been received against what? The equity share capital. So it has been made an entry here. Next is you are also making an entry for preference shares because both the shares have been given in the question. So already equity share application received has been made. So next getting into the preference shares. So preference shares of 3 rupees. But if you see the share value, share is already 50,000. So 50,000 into 3 rupees of application, which is 1 lakh and 50,000. So if you see here what happened, they wrote 1 lakh and 50,000 both in the debit and credit column. 8% preference share application to preference share capital. So how the entry would be? It is application to share capital. Same way, preference share application to preference share capital being the application amount received. So 6 lakh and 50,000, 1 lakh and 50,000, 6 lakh and 1 lakh and 50,000. So debit column should match with your credit column unless your entry is wrong. So next is the second journal is allotment amount we are going to see. So see the allotment amount for 2 lakh of equity shares. So 2 lakh of 7 rupees, which also including premium. So what is the premium amount here? 4 rupees. So exclude that 4 rupee. So you have to see, you have to enter separately both the allotment amount as well as the premium amount. So when you are giving a journal. Okay, so the allotment for 2 lakh into 3 rupees is 6 lakh. Again, 4 rupees is the premium amount, right? So again, you write here. So what is the total equity share allotment? It is 2 lakh into 7 rupees, which includes premium, right, in the question. So which is 14 lakh. So 2 lakh into 2 lakh into 7 rupees, which is 14 lakh, and equity share capital is, you are going to split the amount now. So 3 rupees of 2 lakh into 3 rupees of share capital, and the premium is 4 rupees, right? 2 lakh into 4, which is 8. So 14 lakh is distributed here as 6 plus 8 lakhs. So make it sure, like your allotment, you are going to see it separately in the credit column. You are going to separate the allotment with the capital amount as well as the premium amount. So crediting the premium account to securities premium account, you are going to enter as 8 lakhs, which is the combination 6 plus 8 lakhs, which is 14 lakhs. So debit matches with my credit. Next, getting into the preference share allotment. See the preference share allotment. What is the preference share allotment? It has been given. So the preference share allotment is 4 rupees per share, right? So 4 rupees of 50,000, which is 2 lakh. So make sure, like, you are making an entry for 2 lakh rupees, which is on the debit and credit, because share allotment to share capital of 2 lakh rupees. So debit matches with my credit, so that I can go to the next entry. Next is first and final call. Both equity share capital to equity share first and final call to equity share capital. What is the amount? So go with the question. So 2 lakh of equity shares. So with the 4 rupees. So 2 into 4, 8 lakhs of equity capital. So here debit matches with the credit. Next, what? Preference shares. So go with the preference shares. Preference shares again 3 rupees per share, right? So 50,000 into 3 rupees, which is 1 lakh and 50,000. So here you could see the 1 lakh and 50,000 rupees. So preference share capital first and final call to preference share capital. Both the calls have been made. So next is the cash book. So how we are going to make an entry with the cash book? See, what are the applications you have been received? You have been received the application for all the equity shares as well as the preference shares. So make a separate entry for equity as well as for preference share application. So equity share application, to equity share application, it is 6 lakh. That is, out of this journal you are going to make an entry. And next is 8% of preference share application is 1 lakh and 50. Where you got this amount? This is from the first journal. See, 6 lakh and 1 lakh and 50. This is for the application due amount. And the next is allotment amount. Allotment due on amount due on allotment is, again you have to enter how much is for equity. It is 14 lakh, and how much is for preference share? It is 2 lakh. And then first and final call, again what is the amount due? Again you have to write the equity share capital, it is 8 lakh, and preference share capital is 1 lakh and 50, total of 33 lakh, which has to be transferred. So the maintenance of cash book is also necessary to know the cash transactions of the business. So this how we need to make journal for a amount due for application, allotment, and first and final call, also with the premium how we entered. So both with the equity and the preference shares we saw an example. So with that note, if you really like this kind of example, that it is mainly for 2026 exam, so kindly subscribe and watch the channel for further updates, and thank you for your time.